How do you find it, mate?
Oh, it's f***ing awesome. Am I allowed to curse on this?
How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Look at that, man.
Well done, man. Oh, what a scorcher of an opening day. Pre-season started yesterday on Monday, but of course I was still travelling back from Berlin. So it's my first day at the office, back in Loughborough after a year away. God, how exciting. That's one thing you can be sure about at Loughborough, is that there's always something going on. There's the American football going on behind us. They've got cameras and everything out for this. It looks pretty big time if you ask me. And there's also a game of cricket going on too. Oh, it's good to be back in Loughborough. It's just a sport haven of the UK. Anyone says otherwise is wrong.
A few moments later.
Oh my, hang in. Jesus. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube.
Should we video it?
How's it looking, JMO?
Very good, mate, very good.
Session
Awesome.
1 back. I don't know what to say. It's not looking too good so far. My shirt is what I'm most pissed off about, because that's ruined now. Session 1 done. Gonna go straight to A&E now, get it stitched up and debrief after that. Jeez Louise. Right, 1 and done. The shake on this is unreal. The adrenaline's firing.
Look at that, man.
Oh jeez. Since I've worked hard, mate. How hard have you worked?
That was one of the hardest sessions I think I've probably done ever at Loughborough. Second day back, bear in mind.
I was gonna say, is it hard or are you just unfit, mate? Which one was
It's
it?
both. It's both. To be fair, I had him, and he was just motoring off, and I was just left in the dust, throwing up my guts.
It's all that running I've done so far, mate. And losing 10 kilos and actually running helps so much, mate. I'm feeling fresh.
You got hard as nails.
Yeah, it's safe to say I'm feeling dangerous.
Oh,
I'm not gonna run. Round 2, tag me in. Still bleeding, absolutely, mate. It's not looking good.
Not looking good. First session in, and he goes too hard.
Man, I just love goo that much. It wasn't even a contact session, it was just body in front.
Just had to prove to the old freshers boys.
Just had to let them know who's here. Cheers to the lift, by the way, mate.
Welcome,
Absolute legend. Otherwise, I was walking this, A&E. It's looking like it's a busy car park too.
It's going to be a wait, mate.
The adrenaline's starting to wear off a bit now. Oh my God, I've got Macbeth hands. Right, let's try and tidy this up. Just arrived at A&E in Loughborough. Lovely receptionist, I must say. Always appreciate someone who's looking out for those who are in need, which clearly I am. This was the first session back, literally the first one. Obviously I played in Berlin on Saturday, got through the game fine. Oh, that stings. Oh God, what a shiner. So we were playing body in front contact, so you had to get a shot on, hold for a second, and then down, present, you know, the standard rugby stuff. We'll call it shoulders on. And what everyone knows, that shoulders on essentially means full goo. So me being the turbo north that I am, who just loves contact, starts going around and laying people out. Absolutely not. Everyone is large and fit at Loughborough, so everyone's moving around quite well. I go to join the tackle. Someone's latched on a little bit. I go to join the tackle, swing round and just get clocked on the face. It was like a tombstone to his face. It's slabhead, absolute slabhead, just cluttered me. But we're all right. It doesn't hurt. I haven't got concussion, like I'm literally fine. It just stings a little bit. So yeah, that's the story of how I got my first battle scar of the year. I have made it into the doctor's chair. The eyebrows are designed to catch sweat from going into your eyes. Also blood, apparently too, so apparently I need stitches. I don't know how many, but I'm going to look like an absolute war veteran after this. It's safe to say this shine is going to carry me through the rest of the year, because I feel like I'm an absolute geezer now.
Yeah, so 3 in, another couple to go.
Okay, great stuff. As soon as I came off and he saw it, he's like, oh, that's going to be some great content there. So here's me rinsing it. 4 hours and 5 stitches later, I am out, home free. First and foremost, thank you very much to the NHS, as always, providing service to the nation. 4 hours may seem like a long time, but in the intense environment that they work in, I'm sat there for 4 hours doing nothing. They're working hard for 4 hours, doing everything for everyone who is possibly in need. So incredibly grateful for that service. They were so lovely as well. Even though they're working there all day, all night, they seem to give you the time of day as if you're the only person they've seen, which is delightful. So first and foremost, thanks to them. Secondly, that's how it looks. 5 stitches. It's quite deep, she said, but it wasn't anything too major. Nothing she hadn't seen before. So all in all, a good day at the office. The biggest blessing of all is that there's no concussion symptoms. The way that I hit my head on the other guy's head was a bit of like a skim. Like it's just skimmed across his head. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, you should have seen the other guy. I left him absolutely unconscious after a 1-2 good night, but his tombstone of a head just sliced across my face and opened me up, and I was gushing blood. That poor crumb might need a little bit of a clean, but we're all good. Happy days. Level up. Signing off. See you guys in a bit. There is no rest for the wicked, and I am feeling awfully evil. Training day 2 for me, day 3 for the boys. A bit of skills, a bit of units, backs and forwards split. Just getting through all that detail early on in the season is so important. It just brings clarity across the board for when things start to get tough. You know, the fitness is going to start ramping up more and more, and you need those clear, concise comms. So make sure you know your detail. If you're a inside back, outside back, whatever position you play, know your role, know your responsibility, because it just ties everything together. So we're going to rip into that. We're going to go through 3 strike moves and then call it a day, I think. We've got a little evening social with the boys. Can't bloody wait. Skills session done. Great detail. I love nosing, as all you know. All the breakdowns, analysis of strike moves that I've been doing. It just comes into action and it's great fun. And there's even more nosing going on. All the forwards just getting their line out drills right. And we just love rugby, clearly. Gonna do some more extras now. There's Max in the background. Need some catch pass. Just feel a bit rusty after so much time off. Oh, just nipped home for some food. And now I'm back again. This time in more social attire for a lovely sunny afternoon. Got a little team social coming up. Can you guess what we're playing? Yes, it's right there, cricket. I am useless at cricket.
Let's have a few slips.
Oh, shot. That'll be 2.
This is professional life. Luke is currently in the hot bath. I am chilling, very quite literally, in the cold bath, and this is horrible. So moving around is bad.
It's quite nice in here.
Oh, cheers, mate.
So I'm from Leeds, moved down to Loughborough when I was 16, and my second year at the college met Ollie from Level Up.
That's me, level up.
He was my head coach in second year of college, and now we're together in pre-season. So,
Good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, what a ball. After month. Yeah, good hands. Kill back. That is week 1 and done. What a start to the proper beginning of proper pre-season. All the stuff I've been doing before this has just been a build up to that, and thank God I've been doing all that preliminary work, because it's been a hard start, hard and fast. A lot of ball in play time, a lot of speed, a lot of running. The shins are starting to ache a little bit, but we've got the rehab stuff going. We're going to be all good. As for other injuries, there's an update on the battle scars. I did still train today, probably isn't advisable, but I'm an absolute soldier. And more importantly, I wanted to stay amongst the group, especially in that first week of pre-season. It's so important to get to know names, not only of people, but of calls, and just to get amongst the group. So I stuck at it. I kept my cap on as a sort of dog collar or cat's whiskers, just to prevent myself from getting anywhere near touching it. And I came close once or twice because things started to heat up again, you know, classic shoulders on, just going full noise. So yeah, good start to week 1. Bit of an insight into the Group 2 of pre-season at Loughborough. Going to rest and recover this bank holiday weekend and then straight back into it for week 2. I'm very excited. Had a great time so far and looking forward to all that's to come. I'll catch you guys then. Good. Oh, let's just go with morning team. It's not looking awfully good. As you can see, I've just rolled out of bed and arrived at training. There's already some athletics people out here. It's an early morning session. It's currently 7 a.m. and boy, am I here for it. If you come up to training with any kind of negative mentality, get it gone. It's time to train. I'll catch you with you guys after the session. Pressure's on now, Miles, mate. Into the wind, especially with the ball that high up. Yeah, buddy. Nice, Miles. Right, it's very windy. Session done, just about. Blimey, what a morning. But regardless, the positivity remains. I am all for talking about how you're feeling. It's an important thing to have throughout your life to make sure you're in a good place. Once you find yourself in a good place though, it's important to almost positively affirm where you're at. If I ever ask you how you're doing, oh my barnet by the way, you've got to affirm it, no matter how you're feeling. If you're in a place where you need to perform, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling positive. It's the mentality of a night out. If you ever go on like a 3-day bender, which of course I never do, other than Bournemouth Sevens, you have to bring positive energy. Like if you wake up on that Sunday morning for the last night and you go, I'm hanging, I'm tired, oh, I've just got no energy left. Brilliant, we're going on the night out anyway, mate. You might as well bring some positivity. You might as well positively affirm where you're at. Otherwise, you're just gonna be negative and sour throughout the entire time. So the same applies for rugby. If you've got to perform, if you've got to turn up at some point, you might as well bring a positive mental attitude with you. So today, bring that energy because you're far more likely to have a positive day. If you tell yourself you're having a positive day, it's a little bit more likely. How to secure yourself a bad day is to tell yourself you're feeling bad and you're gonna have a bad day. It's the #1 route to a bad day. I don't know many people who've woken up and said, today's gonna be awful, and felt too far otherwise. I mean, you could set a low standard and surpass it, but what I like to do is set that positive energy regardless from the start. I may be cold, I may be wet, I may be tired, but regardless, my positive mentality remains. That being said, it's time for a coffee. Deary me. Oh my.
You are my Loughborough, my only Loughborough. You make me happy. When skies are great, you'll never notice how much I love you until you take my Loughborough away. La 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 la.
Right here. We're in. We're ready.
All right, training is done and we're here to support the boys in their game against Bond University, apparently the #1 rugby playing university in Australia. Let's see how they do.
I want to live a life of danger. I want to play lots everywhere. says how much I love you until you take my love throw away. La 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 la, la 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 la.
It's game day. Oh, no, I've got a cold. And would you look at that? You beauty. Wowzer, that is a full English, if I've ever seen one. Ready for a full day of rugby. I mean, I am an athlete, and I assume this is how all athletes start their day, with a full English breakfast, being a hearty Englishman myself. Any nutritionists watching this, let me know down below if this is a proper meal prep for a game, because I doubt it, and I need some help. It just tastes so good. Alongside my breakfast, I'm having a side of Stoicism. Here it is, the Daily Stoic. Now this book is a lifesaver, a life changer, a level upper, if you must stay on brand. I'll tell you more about this later on, and I'm sure down the line it'll be repeated numerous times, but essentially it's a Stoic quote every day of the year. 366 days. There's one for a leap year too, and as you can see, I'll turn it around. This is my fourth time reading it. There's a different color for each year. Black was the first year, blue the second, green the third, and now I'm on red for the fourth. That is how impressive this book is, how life-changing it's been for me. I can tell you so much more about that later down the line, but for now, we're gonna focus on game day. We're gonna focus on sorting out this Barnet, because we like to look smart, play smart. We're gonna get this down us and head to the game. Come on, the Borough. You may call it Wednesday. I call it game day. It is Wednesday, but we have a game. We have the first pre-season game of the year, for me that is. Obviously I've been away for a couple of weeks working at the World Cup, but I'm back and I'm here for a good time and a long time, so it's important to embed very well. As you can see, the weather is a little bit wet, but not gonna let it dampen our spirits, like we said earlier. All about positivity. Let's go take it to them today. Doncaster at home, so let's go. What day is it?
It's game day, baby.
Yeah, not Wednesday, it's game day. Good to see you, boy. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Ready for a good day, mate?
Ready for my debut.
Can't wait. How are you feeling, Keith, mate? First game in the UK.
Very excited. Very excited. I'm representing my home state team, and yeah, it's pissing down rain. Couldn't ask for better weather, and I'm just excited.
English conditions, mate. How many tries are you scoring today?
Hopefully one, shoot for two.
Mate, set that standard high. I want you to do a full
Fine,
PC
12.
after this, mate. Yeah, that's it.
Up the Cox, wearing the black socks today for the boys, in memory. Come on!
allowed to curse on this?
Keep it minimal, but we can play
Okay. Yeah, no, that was absolutely amazing. Funny enough, he pretty much handed me my first try.
Guilty.
Took it about 40, 50 yards all the way to the touch line. Then just hands it to me, just pops it up, and then I get a score. Yeah, it was absolutely awesome, and it was a great first game.
Cheers, me a pint now. All my conditions, I mean, they weren't exactly ideal for anyone other than me, because mentally, as we spoke about earlier, it's all about positivity, and we brought that energy the whole time. It was great fun. Back in the dry, thank the Lord. It was a wet one to say the least, but W's, put that, W's, nothing but dubs. Post-match analysis on the way. Showered, feeling refreshed after a turgid, soggy, muddy, beautiful game of ruggers. That is game 0.1 done. I don't count it as a full game because it's still pre-C, but regardless, we'll take the bloody dub with us. Wow, 1 from 1 back at the Borough. It's a good place to be. Match highlights for myself had to be, we had a 50-22, little short pass from me, quick line out to our hooker. He runs it in under the post. I was shouting at him, give me the ball back, because I thought it was a 2-on-1 with the fullback, but he just put his head down, scored the try, happy days. The second match highlight was setting up the eagle for a score. What a bloke. Oh, my American wide receiver. But yeah, made a little break, passing the ball, happy days. Great start to the year. Let's go, boys. Bowen, currently watching the 2s game, but what about the 3s game, mate? How did we get on today? Quality, mate.
Great game. Yeah, it was, matched them physically. Got the dub in the end as well.
That's all that matters. On a wet and windy day, the W is all that matters. They were big lads as well. They weren't small. Coming around the corner, and we just fronted up as a man test. And did we pass?
We did, mate.
Flying colours, flying
A
colours.
few big shots from you as well.
Oh, mate, guilty. Stop it. Post-match thoughts, mate. How did we get on today?
It was a blustery occasion.
Oh, on my wind.
Yeah, trying to catch those high balls back in the 15 shirt was a bit of a mystery, to be honest. It kept going over my head.
That first half was tough.
It was. Yeah, it was like running on a treadmill. Up the hill with the wind, rain in the face.
If you made a line break going that way, it was hard work.
Yeah, it was
hard work.
I did make one, which was a rarity. Don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how I set 2 tries up. I don't want to talk about it.
Nor do I.
I don't.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
2s.
And that just forced us to front up a little bit, wasn't it? It was a bit more of a man test,
It
I'd
was a bit of a
say.
man test, yeah. They were big lads. A couple of big units. You had a tough test. That 12 was a big old boy. Wasn't
He wasn't small. And they started moving forwards into the backs. I don't know why they were doing that. But regardless, and we wanted to play like pre-season duet, I felt like.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
In the warm-up we were chucking the ball around, and it's first game of pre-season, you want to play your shape, but at the end of the day you've got to play the conditions as well.
Yeah, you do, yeah. You got to be sensible.
That's exactly what we did. We didn't want to, but we just,
We had to.
we had to, and we did it, and we got the job done.
Yeah.
And we brought home
Big win.
the W.
Yeah, against a team in the division above as well.
Yeah,
which came in with a big reputation as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. Well dressed man.